Welcome back to Tales of Yavard. We are Mythcraft TTRPG podcast, and this is our first campaign, The Sea's Tale. I am Corey Griffin, and I am our MC. With me today, we have Kobe.
Hey, it's Kobe, and I play Les Shihon.
Jesse.
Hey, I'm Jesse, and I play Zephyr Windwalker.
Joey.
What's going on, guys? And I'm playing Ussuri Arconi.
And last but certainly not least, we got Adam.
I'm Adam, and I'm playing Goraan Stormclaw.
On the last time of Tales of Yavard, the crew managed to finally dock in Arcadius, but not before Luna rushed to help a friend, and Ussuri had to de-escalate the situation. Stay tuned to find out what happens now.
The guards take their position once again. And this pug-like Hondu will start talking to you all, and he will say, well, I am truly happy that you all helped me. However, I don't know why you would have done such a thing.
Her. And he's gonna gesture towards Luna.
Who is staring daggers at you. And she just says, and why did we pay them? If they're going to be so morally and inadequately corrupt, why did we pay them?
To de-escalate the situation, because you were about to get us in trouble. You were about to get yourself arrested. You were going to get all of us arrested. I did what was needed to be done in order to keep things from going that wrong. You refused a direct order to begin with. There were multiple attempts to stop you, all to be failed. Had you actually punched one of the guards, had you probably killed one of the guards, this would be a very different conversation right now. I'm not sure what you did before, but now you're a part of this crew, so think about this crew.
What I did before? What I did before was... You know what? It doesn't matter. You're right. Of course. Yes, boss.
Nah, she's pissed.
Lesh had walks. It was like I think they walked back onto the dock shortly after. Just put the hand on Ussuri's back on that one. Just
Yeah, Goraan, having several sisters, just goes,
you go, boss.
Now, that being said, you, as he looks at the Hondu, why
Yes?
should we have saved you?
Yes, do tell your story, my friend.
I mean, I was just working on that ship there, and I don't know why, but people, like when we came in, the directory ship asked if we had any Tamaras, and my boss said yes, and then when we docked, they asked my boss to come down first, asked who it was, and then when I came off the ship, they came at me.
Goraan.
they only ask after Tomeras when they questioned your ship.
No, they also asked about the Arconis, but we don't have any of them.
Yes. Goraan, I think you may need to get the chest again. We've seen a bear get chased off. We've seen I'm so bad with names. Oh my god, I hear them and they disappear. What is the name of the one pug we just saved? The last name?
Or Mirez?
Tormares. I wish they didn't escape me so quickly, but yeah, we've seen the Tormares, and we were also guided to this dock. There's some pieces to point there, maybe. I don't know. Although I say there's a few coincidences there.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised that they even let you pay them off. Most of them don't, from what I understand.
Well, call it somewhat of a touch of luck.
Yeah, small fortunes, I suppose.
Yes, fortune is usually on our side. Well, some of our sides.
Now, did Zephyr let us know about this polar bear urcow that ran away?
Yes, he would have alerted you guys to it. As far as I'm concerned, he's still up at the top of the mast, but he'd have, I don't know, maybe gone across the messenger bracelet or something like that to let you guys know. And he's still up there keeping an eye out to see what happens.
Who would you have sent it to? Because I think you can only send it to one bracelet.
No, actually, if I remember correctly.
I thought they all get it.
You can send
Hold
it
on.
to all the
I
linked
have
ones.
I
That's
have it on
cool.
here somewhere. All messenger bracelets should have color. Well, they're all aligned. Anyone wearing one of them can whisper up to 25 words and have the message spoken directly into the minds of all others wearing those bracelets. So once an hour, one of us can send a group message to everybody else.
I feel like it's probably once an hour each of you can send a group message
Yeah.
to everyone.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Once an hour.
each bracelet can send
Yeah.
a group message once per hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
My apologies.
But sorry, the way Adam said
Yeah.
it made me think it was like this once an hour per everyone.
No.
And if
No.
that is the case, Millie is going to be the worst person to give this to.
Les is also the worst person to give this
No.
to. You guys are getting wake-up calls every morning now when pastries are done. I hope you know.
Once an hour, each bracelet can be used to send their own message, and then that bracelet needs to cool down for 1 hour.
Yep. Now, speaking of these bracelets, who is getting the other two? Because didn't you guys get 3 sets?
We did.
We have 6 in total, the 4 of us, Luna and Millie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we ventured that we should always have one that stays on the boat. Presumably that's Millie and or Luna if Luna doesn't go with us.
Okay. I was just making sure I had it correctly on their sheets.
My associate just let me know there was another urcow. Is this urcow of any relation to you?
I mean, did they at least describe him? Like, there are lots of Urkel walking around here. This is...
The way Zephyr would have described it, and I'm trying to think of how to keep this within 25 words to fit the bracelets, is
White furred urcow.
a
running
small,
from-
smallish white urcow ran off from the crowd.
I believe he described them as a smaller polar bear urcow. Or white furred if we want to get technical as to what Jesse
Yeah.
said he said.
I mean, Ussuri could make the connection that white furred and...
Yeah.
That's not very good. Like, I only know of, like, 2 small polar bear Urkel. I mean, I guess there could be more.
Let's spit it out. What is the issue? Spit it out. Worst case scenario here, please.
For the sake of argument, this is one of them.
Worst case scenario, it's probably Perry Larco, Mason's son.
So my first guess was accurate as to
Oh,
whether
I
this
knew
was
it was
a
bad.
secret police. Here we go.
Can Lesh look and see if there's any small air bear still in sight? Or if he's already super far away?
Oh, he's way gone by now. We've been talking for a little bit.
He was moving at full movement speed away.
Do I see any guards heading in a certain direction or anything like that, giving me any sort of lead to follow if I wanted?
No.
Okay.
We
Could Smudge have
You
followed him?
paid off the guards that were here.
Was he moving faster than Smudge could have followed him?
I mean, Smudge could follow him, but I know Smudge has a range. What is that range?
Well, the range only affects how far I can see through his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, so I can only see through his eyes for a brief moment, provided that my familiar is within 500 feet of me.
Eventually, as he's running through town, you do lose track of not being able to see him.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't let Smudge go too far, but I'd keep track of the direction he was headed.
North, kind of northwestern, a little bit.
Okay. I can't relay that just right away, but I will file that information.
But yeah, you guys ever been to Maeve before?
I have not.
First time for me, I believe.
I have, unfortunately, and that's going to be a problem. I don't.
Is it now?
Well, I assume it's going to be a problem. What to do now is the question. Do we face Mason?
I personally myself, I would like to find tavern. Room and board is always important to have a place to rest your head at night.
Normally, I would agree with you, Lesh, but I am concerned that we may not have time for that at the moment.
So the two taverns I would recommend is probably like
We're not
Beautiful
going
Bat,
to worry about
or-
any taverns right now. Thank you. I appreciate it, but no. Not
Should we find a
no.
restaurant or something? Hey, I think we're about to be on the run from the cops. If y'all are looking for a place, I know a couple of restaurants that are pretty good.
Hey,
Anyways, Zephyr goes for a stroll. No.
I think you guys
Alright.
forget the amount of information that can be found in a shady tavern. We're also where we're near the shady bar, but
Yeah, but I'm thinking that guy took off at a run. We still have the 4 guards hanging out right there.
Who will immediately arrest us the second other guards show up, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm honestly,
thinking
I'm kind
we
of
just
in this.
back the ship out and blow up the Maiden's Glory on our way out real quick.
you think you can take the Maiden's Glory as it is?
No.
It's docked and not expecting an attack. We're just gonna do a drive-by.
Just have Ussuri jump in the water, punch a hole in the bottom of the hull, and jump back on the boat.
It's kind of what I'm thinking.
And we just deal with that. Okay.
I kind of just want to wait on the boat and see what happens.
Honestly, I think that might be the best course of action. I don't, because if we leave, everybody on the crew is going to get arrested, no matter
we saw none of the other crew mates were arrested.
Doesn't matter. The guy's going to out us and the boat, which means anybody on that boat is immediately going to be arrested by proxy just for being on the boat that we are.
I'm thinking either way, they're coming back to this boat. If we're not on it,
Perry-
it's not
Perry
going to be
Larco.
our boat anymore.
Perry
Yeah, it's
Larco is running off to tell his dad or somebody that
Yeah, that we did a shady deal to save a
bunch of
Tormores.
people- Yeah, just save a Tormores for
Dad,
paying
these
off the
guards
guard.
took money to save a Tormores.
Yeah. This is gonna go real bad real fast. So either we wait on the boat and try to weasel our way out of it, we leave, or I don't know, we have everybody get off the boat and hide. And
I mean,
then
I'm sure
go into the
leaving
forest.
isn't going to work out real well either.
Like, you
'Cause,
forget we have the people
like-
yeah. I mean, if we want to wait on a boat, that's perfectly fine. I think having them come to the spot where we're going to be cornered on a dock where we've already been fucked is super smart. I think that's a great idea if we want to do that. personally, I think we should definitely just wait in the water where we have nowhere to run. Like, I don't get the thought process, truthfully, of like waiting for them to come here. We paid off these guards. We have a chance to move past this shitty area we're stuck in, and you'd rather. I like, what do you want to happen when we have you, who has now a brand, and the person who's like on this ship? Like, how do we weasel our way out of this one? I don't see that going any way in our favor.
My beautiful charm.
Yeah. Okay.
I just don't see us being able to disappear and get out of this area safely.
If we leave the
I
boat,
see us going into initiative the second we try to get past these
No,
guards.
not yet. They're gonna let us through because nothing's happening right now, and they don't give a shit.
yeah, I think we can get past the guards, but I think if anybody shows up to the boat's going to get impounded. We're not going to be able to get on the boat anymore. We're not going to have access to our
impounded. No, not for any lack of better term. It is impounded. We cannot leave. The guards here are paid off for right now. The next shift, the boat's impounded. We have set ourselves in this fate. We had the Nat 1, and we then got here, and we've got caught. Our fate is set. We can accept it right now in the worst position possible, with your kids now on the boat here with us. Like, we can move us where the guards then come here. Hey, they left this area. We can impound the boat. They're trying to find you and or Luna, so they're not gonna fucking fuck with Melee. They're not gonna fuck with our boat or people except for impounding it. We are then away from it. We have a chance to, escape for a little bit, find information out, get more. Like, I don't understand accepting fate here. Like, this seems like such a stupid idea to just have him come right to our boat and just be like, well, let's talk, as I have this brand telling me I'm against you. We got Luna here, and we just bought the other ones against you.
That's not what the brand is. The brand is just a renounce of your name. He's going to understand why I renounced my name. Whether or not he chooses to use that against me is a gamble.
But that's like, you don't have anything else in your hand to gamble with. There is, like, you're gambling with a losing hand. We've lost. We've already lost. Let's try to lose with a little bit of grace, not...
What we need to do is, we need to make this a draw instead of a failure. And we need to bail.
We know where we can find people if we want reinforcements. We have a lumber yard where they know people are being brought to. We can get information on that. And fuck it, prison break style, chaos. We've already do chaos well. We know we can do that, and then we can figure some shit out. Like, there is so many options I think I would take before I'm just gonna be like, especially our group. When did our group just sit and take anything? We've been so, like...
He's not
going
so
forward.
Ussuri is not just gonna lie down and take it. His whole thought process is, I'm gonna gamble on being able to talk to Mason or not. Like, that's Ussuri's gamble. Is I might be able to make an ally out of him.
Do you think he's going to show up to the boat personally, or are you hoping to get an audience with him later?
I'm hoping that he shows up personally, honestly.
I don't think
that's gonna happen. I'm thinking
standing orders
we're gonna get
sent to the
arrested
lumber camps.
and pulled in front of him.
I don't think we're gonna get pulled in front of him. I think
we're gonna have a prison arc in a second. Is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, the standing order seems to be arrest them and take them to the lumber camp, and they can work there until they die or whatever. That's
To me, our thing is, if we run, we're gonna have fugitives on the run arc, where we are ducking and hiding between shadows until we find like-minded individuals, which is probably going to be in like the sewers or something, or prison break arc where we're in prison.
No,
I mean, it's one or the other.
I see potential allies, maybe, where we talk our way out of it and that goes that way, or we run into we just exit and flee the scene where we're instantly not allies. We identify ourselves as not allies. We are running and hiding.
Is it really hiding if you go to a tavern, though?
Oh, for sure. A shady tavern? Yeah.
Well, but we don't. They don't know that we saw
That's
an
true.
Urcal leaving the area. So, as far as they're concerned, we are just there to conduct our normal business. So, technically, yeah, we could go to a tavern. It wouldn't be a
It
thing.
wouldn't be suspicious if we went to a tavern right now.
It would probably be more suspicious just to hang out on the boat.
Yeah.
As like Ussuri, like if you know it's Perry, but like there was never a recognition of like you and him having eye contact to be like, this is the reason why he, like, as we're saying, he just saw some shady shit. So it's not like it's another gamble
Right.
on the fact he's gonna be here, but you're also gambling on the fact that Perry recognized it was you for him to even have to show, because he's not gonna show up for any random fucking like.
Right. For some people pulling some shit to free a Tomares. And if you had your brand down, he's not going to see the brand either.
Oh no, I don't think he recognized me. I'm just thinking that like he's gonna go run to Dad and bring Dad, and like Dad's gonna be like, "Who the hell is gonna save a Tormores in my port?"
Mm-hmm.
And so Mason's gonna come down here. That's my gamble, and that's exactly what it is. It's just a gamble.
Yeah.
That's how it happens.
All right. Well, if the plan is to remain inconspicuous, then Goraan will start getting Gregory and his cart ready to take him onto the docks and conduct whatever normal business we have, at least for the moment, and we can stay in contact with the bands and only message if something happens.
Are we splitting up?
So if Ussuri wants to stay on the boat and gamble, we can do that.
Yeah.
Don't want to
Party
split the party.
split.
I
Party
don't
split.
want to split the party.
But it
Four-way
would,
Ussuri would just not do his plan in order to not split the party. He thinks that's a worse idea than just leaving. Like getting in the turning the boat around and leaving. Like he would rather do that than split the party right now.
It's gone great every time we've done it.
so if it occurs to everybody that we need to act natural, then we should do that. If it would be more
even if it
suspicious-
is just like getting a tavern and a bar, like I just like even if it's just trying to find board and room and not get info,
Well, I would imagine we would have room on the ship.
Yeah, there's no reason for us to go into port to find an inn to sleep in. We have living arrangements on the boat, so we don't have to
Yeah,
pay
but-
for it.
Food makes
we
sense.
wouldn't pay for it. That's the thing. That's that's why Lesh goes into port. He likes staying in fancy places. Lesh personally hates sleeping on ships. He does not like it. Like it's one of his character traits. It's especially he already struggles sleeping without his partner now. So sleeping on a shitty bed is his like least favorite thing. I mean, he has a hammock and he sleeps in a boat. He like, you know what I mean? So he would like to sleep in a tavern. It's not a room without her.
Oh, poor Lesh.
But I'm just saying, your choice to sleep in the rowboats is your choice thing. It's you.
No,
have
he
the
no
ability to
longer
sleep
does.
in
He
a
made a
row.
hammock he made a hammock
He did
in
put
one
up
of
a
the.
hammock. He did put
and
up a hammock.
It was only because we took out Klep's bed, and that's when he was like, "All right, I don't have a bed anymore. I can't sleep in that dude's fucking bed."
Yeah.
But
Regardless,
yeah,
are we going to go to a tavern to get some food, as we would probably normally do? Or are we going to stay on the ship and put everything on Ussuri's gamble?
I
I
think we
think
do an
that is the
exact
choice.
reenactment of the first arc of the show. We get the private room, and then they come in and beat us up in the private room.
And I put one through the wall.
And
I think either way, this time, Smudge is definitely wherever we go. Smudge is keeping bird's eye view and is gonna I'm gonna be paying very close attention to that, and not paying much attention to what's going on around me, because wherever we go, I'm waiting for more of that to come back.
What's Luna doing right now?
Seething.
I was just
Oh,
thinking.
She
Is she
will.
Like brooding on the boat, or is she like?
She looks like if you guys are going to leave the boat, she's going to join you.
Okay.
That's a scary thought. I don't know. I feel like we
Again, I
Okay.
see us getting arrested.
gotta
So,
put a leash on her, and I mean that in the least worst way possible.
okay, so do y'all get SP or SP point or SP back on recoups?
Just a full rest or a long rest or whatever.
Oh boy, because y'all don't have shit.
I spent.
I
yeah,
didn't use any.
I spent all
Oh,
of mine.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
our
I've still
our
got
healer.
Oh, sorry, that's incorrect. I used 4 for billowing fog. So
I spent all of mine making sure that the storm wouldn't destroy the ship.
Our main caster has no spell points.
I have.
we do have a crap ton of spell potions.
Yes.
I have 1 spell point. I have 1 fundamental potion.
Though. We
That's
also
all I have.
bought 4 of the small ones.
Did we?
What does a regular health potion give you back?
2d4 plus 2, right?
I feel like my health is not right
The
looking
medium
at it
one.
right now.
Yeah,
I only
you did
took-
take some damage in that storm.
Yeah, I shouldn't be at 9 health though. I didn't take that much damage. I don't know if Lesh ever healed from the Burt fight.
Yeah, I don't
the
think-
Mega Burt fight.
Sounds
did.
like it.
I think
Yeah,
I just took 4 on top the storm damage on top of that damage.
Now I do have 5 points of health missing. Does that sound right? Do we all take damage?
Not everyone did. Only the people that failed. I think you
Yeah.
failed the first one.
And then you hugged real tight.
I don't think I failed any of them.
I know
No,
I just
yeah.
took 4.
No, because the only person, because we didn't fail any of them. I don't think.
No, the mast was the only thing that took damage, I thought.
Yeah, and that was only because Kobe didn't do anything. He chose to help, but then wasn't actually able to help or something like that. So
He was
It's
like
Yeah,
too
we-
low in the initiative.
yeah, we the first round we had 3 out of 4 successes because Lesh decided to try and help somebody, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, he was
Lesh
helping.
did nothing.
He did nothing,
Useless.
and we suffered for it.
I didn't think that I had everyone take damage at the beginning. I might have. I don't necessarily remember.
Goraan. Oh, that'd be slow. Has not taken damage.
Okay.
So everybody didn't take damage.
So should I go back up to max, or should I keep it -5?
I would keep it for now. Because we do have a tendency to reset things. Apparently, Lesh doesn't pay attention when I say make sure you reset everything because you guys are taking a rest. But
I don't know what you're talking about.
Plus,
Okay.
I mean, I imagine we'd have had a rest after the, or well, no, because we came right into port after the hurricane.
We have
It
not
was
had
right
a rest.
there.
It was the
No.
same day. How much does a fundamental potion restore?
Bunch.
I know it's a roll, but give me a second.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can't go back far enough to see my roll from Bert, because that was a long ass time ago.
1d8 plus 4.
Oof. Okay.
Don't roll a 1.
Why would you say that?
Because I'm an asshole.
Okay. Well, you dick. I rolled a 2.
Hey, but it wasn't a 1.
I had 6 spell points out of my maximum of 30. So I got like 1 spell, and then that's it.
Now, it is probably about 5 o'clock.
in the evening.
Okay.
About dinner time.
Shots.
So do we Okay, so real talk then. Do we leave the ship, and get food, or do we stay on the ship and eat at home?
In matters such as these, I mean, I leave it up to you all as a group. I think it is a group decision, especially if it is something like this. So whatever we shall do, I shall follow.
Millie comes walking up from below deck and starts heading towards the gangplank to head down.
Millie, where do you think you're going?
Huh? No, this way?
No. Come here.
I'm scampering over to you.
And he's gonna take a knee.
Adventure, right?
Not.
Lesh's spell book is open, and he's totally writing this down, and he's like, "This is so cute."
Adventure, right, Papa Ussuri?
Not. I need you for something better than an adventure. I need you to be.
You need me to go steal stuff. Got it.
I need you to be my eyes and ears where I cannot be.
You see her like look up, like she's thinking for a second. She's like,
Yeah, I can do that.
I'm going to give you this bracelet. I need you to not ever take this bracelet off unless I tell you otherwise. This is a special bracelet that you can use to talk to us from a very long ways away. I need you to stay here with the rest of the crew, and I need you to let me know the moment you think anybody on the boat or the boat itself is in danger, and I will be back.
Wait. But that means I won't be here? I won't be able to go?
she squints at you.
Right now, this is very important. Only you can do this job. You're the only one I trust.
Fine.
Plus,
She goes scampering off.
You're pissing off all the females on the ship.
whatever, man.
I'm
And
expecting her to immediately testing.
You watch as she crawls up onto the railing and then out onto the edge of the Eldritch Cannon and is standing there like keeping watch.
Dude, he's not even gonna question it. He's just gonna be like, she'll be alright. I'm sure she can swim.
And then it fires.
Yeah. That would be something, because now we know she has magical abilities. I'm okay. I mean, I'm not okay, but if it fires, but I would also be okay if it fires. So yeah, I think with that, Ussuri is going to then stand up, look at the crew, and say, "Yeah, is the Hondu standing up with us, or has he been like on the deck of the ship, like laying there, or like below
No,
us?"
he's standing. He's been standing the whole time.
Haven't had a chance. Is he injured at all?
No, it looks like they kind of like grabbed him
Okay.
and threw these manacles on. They were relatively civil.
Okay.
Did they take the manacles off when they turned them over
Yes.
to us?
Yes.
So
I think
Ussuri's-
if we are going to leave the ship, we should probably treat him like he's still a prisoner. As far as any witnesses were concerned, they turned him over to us. It would at least look a little better for
here's
us
the
if we're
thing.
like escorting
don't-
him.
I don't think any witnesses are concerned, except for Perry, who already ran off.
And
Yeah,
it's
it
not
doesn't-
like
it's not like he's like marked as it. They only know because the people who are supposed to be trustworthy were like, hey, do you have these people on your ship? And like, yeah, we have this guy.
Yeah, we got
So
one of those.
So it's not like he's gonna be noticed as we walk around. It's because this group in particular got brought to the dock where it's like, hey, this is where we're bringing this guy to you. So I think he should be good with walking around.
I get that, but I'm like, okay, right now, as far as the crowd is concerned, they don't care. But when whoever that guy went to go get shows up and starts asking people, where did these people go? People are going to be like, oh yeah, they all just walked off the ship and went that way.
They're going to do that anyway.
Or they're going to be
whether this
like,
dude's a prisoner or not.
yeah, but if they say instead, well, they took that guy off of their ship and went that way with that guy tied up, then they're not going to be looking at us like this group that walked away with allies, he walked away in chains.
I don't think that's going to make a difference because they're...
They don't care.
Nah, it's not going to... I see the point you're making. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference.
I just feel like I'd rather look like bounty hunters than rebels.
I mean, it's going to come down to it. They know that we have Tormrez and an Arconi on board.
Yeah, well,
regardless.
they know
They
we have
think
a Tormrez.
it was unconfirmed. It's just whenever he asked the question, we said no. They're like, I don't believe you. They don't know anything for certain.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
And considering how this went, they're probably going to assume that we have a Tormrez on the ship well before they assume we have an Arconi on the ship.
Fair enough. But I don't think it's going to really matter. Plus, as Corey already said in voice, he's going to probably put up a fight if we try to restrain him.
Yeah, Goraan wouldn't feel right about that either.
No.
Well, I wasn't saying we restrain him. I was saying Zephyr was restrained by this group at one point. He can be in on it.
I would really rather not.
Would you prefer to stay below decks for the time being?
I could do that. You all will not see me again. I will vanish into the bowels of your ship. But you ain't tying me up. That'll be a bit of a fight.
I think that may be for the best for now, until we can get a better handle on the situation.
I'm not sure how I feel about you all as he turns around and starts walking down the steps.
Do we want to
like into the ship?
Yeah, into the ship.
I would say we should put him in one of the rooms that has the locks on the both sides. He can lock himself in there, and we can lock it from the outside. But then, if somebody boards and tries to check it out, they still can't get to it.
So I'm gonna look back over to Luna and ask again. So how is it that you know him?
So technically, he is my uncle's third child.
So he's your cousin?
In a way.
Will be twice removed, if I understand that correctly?
I don't...
Well, uncle's third child is just uncle's child.
It's literally just your
cousin.
It's literally just your cousin, yeah.
In a way. I use the term uncle to refer to anyone that is a Tormrez leader that is not my father.
I understand that. Sort of similar system.
Very much Perry would be the same thing to Ussuri.
Right, he's your cousin.
Yeah.
My cousin Perry. Luna, would you rather stay on the ship with your cousin?
Not a chance in hell.
Should we keep him on the ship?
He's not undependable in a fight.
Seems he would rather avoid any more attention, I believe.
It may be better to leave him in the ship.
Locking him up, he might get testy.
I mean, we would only do it if he agreed.
It's more for his safety.
He has a very similar problem to mine, except he has more control.
Well, I understand.
Oh, great.
Well, then,
Let's not lock him up. For them.
a moment, then, please. And Goran's gonna head down under the docks and look for him real quick.
Is that a family of fucking lycanthropes?
She was bitten, but from what he just said, his is hereditary.
No, she said that. He didn't say that. He's down in the
No,
ship.
I meant from what Corey just said.
Yeah. So yeah, after Luna drops that bomb, Goran's gonna go down in the decks. One, to get Gregory in his cart, and two, to see if he can see their new friend.
Yeah, he's not hard to find at the moment.
All right.
Just right
Is
in
any of the
front
rest of the crew down there?
Lesh is following. If this werewolf family man is chilling on our ship, I have notes to take.
Anyway, if he is there, Goraan will sort of try and get him. Like, if there's anybody else around, he'll try and keep it quiet. So, friend Luna informed us that you have a particular condition, and I wanted to make you aware that we have. He'll gesture to the room that they had set up for it. Space for you to, if you need, manage it.
I have far more control over it than she does.
All right. Well, the room is.
And, it's not a surprise to see the one that got changed differently is not surrounded by the family at the moment. Though I do appreciate her assistance. Please do not compare us.
My apologies. The room is open if you need it, and I will leave it at that. And then I'll go get Gregory ready.
Lesh looks like he wants to talk.
No, Lesh is actually silent Lesh is so offended on Luna's part by how that was just handled. That man was straight.
That was rude.
Yeah. No, Goraan doesn't show it because his upbringing. Because you can't be rude to guests. But as he turns away, he kind of gets this annoyed look. Like, come on, don't be mean to our friend like that.
I want to lock this motherfucker in the cage.
I don't know that it would hold him. He gets Gregory ready and sort of moves on.
I think Les would gather his thing as well and take some very side-eye glances and head upstairs shortly after.
While you guys are downstairs talking, Zephyr, are you still in the crow's nest?
Yep.
Okay.
Still watching.
With that being said, Luna's gonna look at Ussuri and point to the meeting room and start walking.
He's gonna follow.
She opens the door. She finds a place. Takes one of the seats around the table. Kind of waits for you to do the same.
Yeah, he closes the door behind him.
Yeah, she kind of interlocks her fingers for a moment, and she will look at you, Siri, and be like, "Well, I guess there's a few things that you might want to know. While my uncle and his lineage are all hereditary canine shifters, I am not, as you know. At one point, there was a slight disagreement between my uncle's tribe, clan, pack, whatever you want to call them, and a grouping of feline shifters. I went to help them. I was bitten. I was exiled.
Is that why you were on Monster?
For the most part, yes. Monster doesn't have much of a were-creature population. That's going to be predominantly on Hyrion is where a lot of the shifters are. Like I said, I was changed into what a lot of my family sees as the enemy.
So what were your intentions when the guards were subduing our new friend?
I couldn't let them take him. Whether he's a pig-headed ass or not.
Fair enough.
Would you let someone arrest Kamcha?
You have to think about it.
Just gotta remember who that is.
I mean,
How about both?
No. Contra, yes, because I do know how much of a pig-headed ass he is. And, well, I'm where I'm at partially because of him, so yes, he can...
Wrong example. I guess it
Bodvar,
would be more
no.
like, Juviet or Bodvar.
No, I would throw my life away to rescue them if I needed to. I understand your loyalties and your sentiment. I do, I get it. There are... And trust me, I've had to learn this. There are better ways of doing it than just brute force. Brute force is an effective tool, but there's a time and a place. This was not the time or place. And evidently, it doesn't look like it will matter anyways.
Ussuri, they have an entire work camp of my people. Whether you all help me or not, I'm freeing them.
Oh, before you do anything rash, let's have a conversation with the main crew about it. I'm not going to tell you, no, we can't do it. But we're going to take it up to a vote. Personally, I'd like to see how our conversations go in the near future. It will determine our plans for the near future, obviously. And we can go from there. But don't act rash.
I don't plan on it. We saved my cousin, as you all keep calling him.
Regardless.
I make no promises for what I will do if it happens in front of me. Just like you would not be able to make a promise if something was happening to Bodvar right in front of you. I'm not going to go off half-cocked right now. If you all choose to help me, awesome. If you all choose to not, then this is where I will say goodbye.
The only thing I ask is that you trust me if something were to happen and things need to be intervened, is that you trust me before you act rash.
I did not take a swing at you at the docks because I trust you.
I need you to trust me that if we see something like what happened on the docks again, to not act rash, and that we will help.
Again, I make no promises. I will do my best.
With that being said,
Hopefully it doesn't happen.
I hope not. I would like to be able to move around the city relatively peaceful. Till it's not, obviously.
We should be fine.
I suppose we didn't really come here to keep the peace anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it, but one of their ships is confirmed in here.
What are we gonna do about it?
I'm not sure yet. We should probably deal with this immediate threat first and see what happens.
You know, if we liberate this lumber yard, we would have a much better fighting force against them.
I don't disagree with you on that. Perhaps we bring that up to the rest of the crew. And who knows? Maybe we end up with a second ship in our fleet.
Shall we go for drinks then?
I suppose better now than never. And he would stand up, and if she stands up, they would walk over to the door. He would open up the door for her, let her walk out.
As she's walking out, around this time is when Goraan would be coming up with Gregory and the cart in tow.
Okay. When he sees Luna, he will say, Luna, your new friend, to put it diplomatically, he thinks his trees are evergreen.
A pig-headed ass, do you think he is?
I would not say those words, but yes.
She seems to chuckle a little bit.
+1 to Luna's affinity.
Raising that friendship bar.
While all this is happening and Zephyr's up top looking around, how far, like, how much distance is there between Dock 1, where the Maiden's Glory is, and Dock 3, where we are?
You are on the other side of the... So these 3 docks that you see, that you saw on the dock map, are all part of Dock 3.
Okay. So we, like, where we are, Dock 1, they weren't aware of what was all happening.
No.
Okay. I was just curious. I was like, I wonder if there's any response happening from that. But if they're not there to see it, they're not responding. Probably.
No, like I said, this like dock area that you guys have parked in, yes, there's 3 docks here, but this is the Dock 3 area. You were told on the west side, which is why you guys are all the way down. Technically, I should have rotated the map 90 degrees. Don't care that much.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
you're good. That answered the question that I had. So.
But yeah, no, they are a good bit away. They're probably, because you're on the exact opposite end of the docks.
Yeah, so they're
700-800 feet.
Yeah.
You're in a large port town. This is probably the 4th largest town in the islands. So
yeah. Right.
Did anyone actually ask him what the 2 taverns he was talking about when you told him to shut up?
Sure didn't.
No, I was going to, but then he walked downstairs.
He was offered to go downstairs, so he did.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I was gonna ask,
We didn't.
but
Yeah,
he
we
ended
didn't
up
really
walking
talk to
down
him
there.
before that.
I was being nice and offered it as a suggestion, and he took that as an invitation to immediately go down there.
He's like, "Oh, you have it downstairs? I'm going downstairs."
You can go downstairs if you want. All right, bye.
Yeah. I mean, somebody can go run down there real quick.
Goraan.
Did Lesh ever come back up yet?
He was just shortly behind Goraan, so he probably is on deck at this point. And he was going to say something, but after the comments to Luna, he knew he wouldn't be able to hold his tongue, so he got himself and went upstairs.
Yeah, fair enough.
Probably is
I-
not the one to send down there to ask about the cabins.
I will go speak with him. As you all are used to seeing her and her rather, like, strong, relatively confident persona.
They're very self-assured.
And as she seems to turn around and head down the stairs, you notice her shoulders slump a little bit. And her head seems to droop a touch. Is there any conversating that you guys are going to do before she comes back?
Oh, we've arrived in a bit of a mess, haven't we?
Just a little bit. So I'm sure it's nothing that won't work itself out.
Probably get worse before it gets better.
I love the sheer logical optimism.
Hmm.
But at least it will get better at some point.
Yes.
After a brief conversation with Luna, I have a feeling my ties to being a Parco or renounced, whatever, semantics, and my wantingness to make an ally from Mason probably dwindling. We will end up having a conversation as a group to include her. But there's a feasible possibility that we go to the lumber yard and liberate it.
Yes, they mentioned a labor camp.
We can either go with Luna or we let her go alone. And although it hasn't been that long since we've really known her, it won't sit right with me if we let her go alone.
For what it's worth, it wouldn't sit right with me either.
I mean, Zephyr's not really a part of this conversation, still being up on the mast, but he's 100% going to liberate any slaves he comes across because his father's crew was made up of a bunch of slaves, and he's not a fan of that.
Yeah.
Smudge was a slave before he died, so this ain't happening.
And besides the loyalties to this crew, slaves really don't sit well with me.
Agreed.
Alright.
So with that being said,
Zephyr.
Yeah, he just kind of, hold on, I need to check whether I can do something yet or not.
just slides down the ladder. Oh, he's checking to see if he can just hop off the edge and catch
that's the one.
himself.
How tall is the mast?
About 60 feet.
60 feet?
Now just remember, I'm 7'2", so it gaps that threshold in your 5-foot cube of damage if you try to land on my shoulders softly. Don't think I won't body slam you though.
I mean, that's only 2d4 damage. Yeah, he'll just kind of hop down and land as best he can for... Hold on.
No. You're not rolling your own damage.
I usually do on falling damage.
At least 5 damage.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's could be worse.
That's like perfectly average.
Yep.
Yeah. So, he's just gonna hop down and
He sticks to the landing, but like
he's
twists his
gonna
ankle a little
pretend
bit.
that didn't hurt at all. Just
Yeah.
like, yes.
Just lands real hard on his knees.
No. Corey, can that count? Please let me let that count.
Wait,
You know he hurt himself a bit.
I stuck the
Oh.
landing.
You stuck the landing, but Ussuri knows it hurt.
I heard that nobody else heard the pop, but I did. Ussuri's just gonna be like, good landing.
Thank you.
This is good.
Alright. So, Luna. Wait, no, I'll let you guys keep going. Let's talk the last a little bit.
No, actually, I think it's probably a good time for
Yeah,
her to
it-
come back up.
And getting
We can
Zephyr-
have the conversation, the actual planning conversation later.
Right. I mean, you got lots of information together yet before any real planning can even start.
Mhm.
Skeletons, baby. Skeletons.
Alright. Eventually, Luna will come up and will say, as you all look at Luna, I need an awareness check.
Damn it.
I can't let you guys go a full episode with no rolls in it.
Perceiving.
Yeah. Shouldn't have wasted the nat 20 on something stupid.
You spelled it wrong. You should fix the typo and then roll it correctly.
That's a perceiving check. We need a perceiving check.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Oh look, still spelled it wrong.
All right. 13.
Can I intuition that?
No.
How do you spell perceiving?
The
Never
way
mind.
that I did?
RCEIVING.
And Lesh.
Oh, did it not go? I thought I clicked it. Oh, Jesus, Kobe. Yay.
So Goraan will be the only one that notices there seems to be a little bit of dampness around her eyes. But
Oh,
she will say there seems to be 2 possible taverns that are on the more, I would not call them sketchy, but they allow for more criminal-esque activity better than even some of the more sketchy ones. That's going to be the Beautiful Bat and the Timid Bunny.
Two different places, or that's the one place?
Those are 2 different places.
Okay.
One is the Beautiful Bat, the other is the Timid Bunny.
My vote is for the timid bunny because it's funny.
Oh. More puns. Wonderful.
I can't believe you would say that.
I see what you did there.
I'm not opposed to either or, as long as I can get good drink and good information.
Are the Ray Dean topside?
Yes.
I'm gonna walk over to them really quick and have a quick conversation.
You guys drink a lot. Which place sounds like a better drinking place?
Well, it could be good to have them go to the one we don't go to.
Oh no, I was gonna have them like guard the gangplank.
That too. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
All right,
that
boss, what
reminds
you need
me.
from us?
What? Say that again, Corey?
All right, boss. What do you need from us?
I need you to guard the gangplank with your lives. And by that, I mean, if anybody approaches the ship, just yell out to Millie that there's an emergency, and she'll know what to do. I don't want you to necessarily keep people off the ship, because it'll probably be city guard. But I do want you to protect the children at all cost. That is what I ask of you.
All right, yeah, boss. I think I can do that for you.
Much appreciation. And we'll bring you back some booze for tonight.
Booze are always appreciated. We never get enough booze around here.
Alright, well, we're counting on you. And then he would just walk away.
Okay. So, my understanding is you guys are going to head for the Timid Bunny.
Yes.
All right.
And then as we leave, Goraan will just try and put a reassuring hand on Luna's shoulder for a second, and just say, I consider you a good friend. Try and help her maybe feel a little less, I don't know, sad. And then just leave it at that. And then have Gregory come, because I got him already and stuff.
All right. So as you all step off of the ship, a lot of this is going to get cut down. A lot of this last little bit is going to get cut down.
Yeah.
Pretty much from the time I derailed us. With this relatively high drama session, I think we're going to call it here.
That's fair.
That happens.
Thank you for listening to episode 27. We hope you enjoyed listening and would love if you let us know. Catch us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and TikTok under Tales of Yvard Podcast. Link to the link tree are in the episode description below, and if you really enjoyed the episode, give us a rating whichever podcast you use. Tell your friends and spread the word.